I'm very pleased to introduce to you our next speaker, who is Jura from UNDP. And he's going to tell you something more about how UNDP does work with AKVO RSR.
Yeah. Thanks, Lizzie. Hi, everyone. My name is Jura Khrapunov. I'm working for UNDP, and just wanted to ask you that how many of you actually know what UNDP stands for? Can you raise a hand? Oh, quite a few. You're surprising me. Usually no one knows. That's even my wife can articulate that's what I'm working for. So it's a United Nations development program, and I'm representing here a regional center which is working with in Eastern Europe and Central Asia right now. Just a little bit, that's what UNDP does. So you can read here, we are working in 170 plus countries, advocating for human development and helping these countries achieving Millennium Development Goals. And among all other stuff you can see here. And we are project-based organization, so everything that we do is based on is like a packaged as a project. And we are with a really simple reporting initiative, we are trying to improve our communication, actually let the world know that what we do and actually what is the impact of our work. So it was an overall idea. Since the UNDP running multi-million projects, and we are it's a transparency requirement to put this information, to make it available. We are putting together this data portal, which is available on data.undp.org, but it's affects only 1 year data in the 2010, and it's available in IATI format. We are working on the new version that you can see a brief glimpse here, and we will distribute it shortly. But all of this is just talking about the financial data. So that's how we are distributing donors' money. It's where it comes from and where it's coming to. But it doesn't say a lot about what we actually do and what is impact into ordinary people's lives. And that's why we are looking into this really simple reporting. To just get an idea that's what is the magnitude of the UNDP work, you can see the map of our projects in the Central Asia right now. It's 700 something projects at the moment that we are running in the field, and that's all these dots are representing them. But there is no single point that's where you can get an idea what we actually do. And here is our site on AKVO. It's branded through this partners interface. We just started as June 1st with a real world production stuff. So we have only 13 projects inside which are actively reporting their work in the system. But there are already 12 more in the preparation phase and more to come. So they're slightly going in. We don't do it in the mandatory way, let's say, so it's optional for our projects, and we are working with different project managers because they have to commit to that initiative. They have to at least to post weekly updates. They have to refresh information. It's all in addition to their current work right now. So it's coming up slowly, but nevertheless. And it's all about building a communities. So we are, United Nations is quite a big organization. As all big organizations, we are pretty bureaucratic, let's say, and the structure is not flexible as you can imagine. So we are building these communities and allow people to talk to outside world and actually let you know what we actually do. And we are using different channels for this, so you can. It's just a sort of compilation of our internal system. We are using. We are blogging. We are on Facebook, on Twitter, and some of our projects have Facebook pages or they're tweeting themselves as separate entities. And we are just putting together this projects update. Okay, and we have a we just identified, let's say, 3 general use cases why we are using really simple reporting. So one of them, it's that we are replacement for our project sites. So we are running multi-million projects, and one of the obligations usually, and actually sometimes it's even imposed by donors, that we have to run a project site, like a separate website with a separate communication team behind it who is reporting what's going on in the project. And AKVO really simple reporting allows us to save our resources on this. I mean, we can use one platform which is available to all our projects, and we can report through it. And you can actually find all information in one place. And here is an example that the project have it's Aid for Trade, which is it's a quite big one. You can see that it's a $6.5 million budget here, and they're posting updates via AKVO, and they're embedding the AKVO information into the on our public site as well via AKVO widgets. So we are mixing this approach. Another use case is a sort of post-mortem monitoring. We are using it for the projects which are already over. This one ran last year, but we entered into an AKVO, and actually we are monitoring an impact of this project, even if, when it is over. So project staff are posting updates based on the real people's stories in the field, how, what was the impact of the project. So we had some small donations, and they're blogging actually in a local language. It's we are posting updates in Russian in that particular case. And the third use case, we haven't tested it actually yet, and now we are just looking into this possibility, which is a fundraising. It's pretty cumbersome to do it for UNDP, since we have a really big project. So you can see here that we have like a 3 million looking into to fundraise 3 million euros, which is I mean, yeah, it's impossible. We realize this. It's just an example. That's what we put here. But there would like, it's a small project in Montenegro. Not a small project. Project is quite big, but it's a small team behind it. It's aimed into the renovation of the region within the country, into different aspects of the historical heritage. And they would like to raise the money through the local community and through the diaspora. So they're just targeting specific people out there and would like to use this website as a engine, I mean, behind it. So they're talking to people and just telling them, if you would like to donate, just go here and click on a button and send us your money. We'll see how it works. So we're pretty skeptical that we would be able to raise such big money, but we'll see. So there are some challenges so we faced during implementation of really simple reporting, as you can imagine. And some of them are just the communication skills of our staff. It's pretty new, I mean, to them that they have to talk to public. And it's really challenging. So we had to have run some trainings, like online and even on-site trainings for them, how to write things for public. Because the first updates were, you wouldn't believe it. Even I didn't understand that. It was full of UN jargon, full of acronyms, and it was really bad. But then, like more or less, as they started to understand that it's something is the same as posting on the Facebook. So they're using a human language and just explaining what they do, and it works pretty well. But there is some learning curve at the beginning. There are some platform limitations, but we are addressing this in a cooperation with the AKVO. So there are some features that we didn't find in the system, but we really need it. There are some access issues, since we are working with rural areas, not rural, but some remote areas in Tajikistan, for instance. The connectivity is not really good, and the site, which is located in the Netherlands, it takes time to load. So it's not something we can address, like a connectivity of the country, but there are some issues. And yeah, we had some issues to match the AKVO business model. 1 year ago when we started conversation, it was oriented toward water and sanitation, and our projects have a much wider spectrum of it, but it's getting better now. And there are some gains definitely that we got from it. There is a huge added value to our work from using really simple reporting approach as such. So we are communicating about our work, and people really do know that's what's going on in there. Donors are happy too. I mean, they can see that where the money go. It's pretty simple to use, so those who already worked with a really simple reporting know that's a posting update. It's just a matter of, open a form, fill it in, click and send out. Yeah, let's set up and forget paradigm for admins. So we're setting up a project and hand it over to project managers. And then if everything works fine, I don't need to manage it somehow. So I'm overlooking, I'm tracking the new updates, but there is no work that I need to perform in terms to make it work. And there is a pretty good thing in interoperability in terms of that we can use information posted into the RSR system on our site as well. And with the API which is coming up, as Adrian explained on the workshop, it's going to be even easier. So we are now structuring our public site as a mashup of different services. So we have our photos on Flickr, videos on YouTube, and projects on AKVO will be probably, and then we are pulling it all together and meshing up on our website and showing the forms that we need. Okay, this is my credentials if you wanna connect me. And any questions? So thank you.
Thank you very much, Jura.